Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Enjoy English School. I'm Bruce.
I'm Antony.
Today is day 2. We have been talking about a tire company that has expanded or grown much, much bigger than just selling tires. People who know anything about driving and enjoy driving usually have a copy of their guidebook. They publish one every year, and it has the best information about the car itself, gas stations and tire quality, also restaurants to eat in or hotels to sleep in if you have a 2 or 3 day trip, and how the Michelin company became the biggest name in that industry, and to have such an important effect, a major influence on restaurants across the world. So some restaurants also followed the guidebook every year editions concerning restaurants, because even if they didn't receive a reward directly from the Michelin brothers, if they talked about this is what we do and this is how it is similar, or what other Michelin category winners were similar to them, people would probably choose them over a restaurant they never heard of before.
没错，我们今天要继续介绍我们昨天介绍的这个米其林指南哦。我们老师刚刚特别有提到的这个内容呢，就跟我们的这个副标题很像。他说 How a tire company 到底为什么一家汽车公司轮胎公司呢？好 came to have a major influence 就是影响的意思 on restaurants across the world。所以很多的这些餐厅呢，也会把这个米其林指南当成圣经一样，去了解说什么样的这个菜色会受大家青睐，会受米其林指南的青睐，所以它会影响到全世界的餐厅。我们赶快来看看今天的内容吧。
Star chasing with the Michelin Guides. The process for deciding which restaurants receive a Michelin star begins with anonymous inspectors. These inspectors may visit the same restaurant a few times and, without taking notes, will rate the quality of the ingredients, cooking methods, presentation, and taste of each meal. Along with other inspectors who also visited the restaurant, they will review its overall quality together and give a rating of 0 to 3 stars. When the Michelin Guide first began using stars in its restaurant listings in 1926, it was simply to approve of an establishment as a very good restaurant. The 3-star system that we are familiar with today carries a different meaning for each number of stars. 1 star represents a very good restaurant in its category. Having 2 stars indicates that the restaurant is excellent and worthy of making a detour to visit. A 3-star restaurant is of such great quality that it is worth a visit just for the dining experience itself. For chefs, being awarded a Michelin star is like winning an Oscar or an Olympic gold medal. It stands for the highest level of success in the culinary arts. The next time you're on the road, check if there's a Michelin-starred restaurant in your area. The difference it offers compared to a regular dining establishment will be an experience you won't soon forget.
Okay, join us as we go through today's lesson, day 2, and the first paragraph, which begins with, the process for deciding which restaurants receive a Michelin star begins with anonymous inspectors. You might have wondered, well, how does this whole system work? Okay, it's popular, it's useful, but what about those stars? How does a restaurant get one? Well, they hire inspectors, but this is not a police inspector. It's someone who is familiar with food and maybe a chef themselves. They visit restaurants and then write a critique. They write what they think about that restaurant, send it to the Michelin edition, the new edition they're making, and they'll probably receive a reward for that kind of work. And their names are not on the critique that they write. So the Michelin brothers will know who it's from, but not the reader of the edition.
没错，所以这边老师解释的是 anonymous 这个字，里面有看到一个字 anonymous 就是匿名的，所以说很多时候他们会去邀请一些很厉害的可能主厨啦，或是美食家啦，去当做这个视察员。这句话里面很重要的一个字就是 inspectors，inspect 就是去检查。老师刚刚提到说，我们讲的不是警察的那种检查，来检查一下你的行李的那种检查，他是那种很了解美食的人，他们去当这种视察员。所以整句话说 ，The process for deciding which restaurants receive a Michelin star， 到底谁能够得到米其林星级的这种评比呢 ？Begins with anonymous inspectors。其实呢，开始的话是这种匿名的视察员来负责明察暗访哪些餐厅是好餐厅。
These inspectors may visit the same restaurant a few times and, without taking notes, will rate the quality of the ingredients, cooking methods, presentation, and taste of each meal. So they're not going to be at the table writing down and trying food like this. They want to look like any other customer. But these are people who really understand good quality cooking, and presentation means, does it look nice when it comes to the table? So these are aspects of critiquing a meal that are given to people who know what they're doing, but they're anonymous.
没错，所以他们不能明察暗访的时候露出一副我就来打分数的，那这样的话一定会得到一些很好的对待，这样就不公平了嘛。所以这边他提到说了 ，These inspectors may visit the same restaurant a few times。他会针对一家餐厅可能去个几次，这样的话才能公平知道说到底这次不好的经验是持续性的不好还是持续性的好，他会有一个比较明确公正的一个做法。然后他就说了，他们会去好几次，对不对？ And without taking notes， 他不会去做笔记will rate the quality of the ingredients, cooking methods， 他们去看它里面食材的这个品质啦 ，cooking methods 烹饪的方法啦 ，presentation 到底摆盘漂不漂亮 ，and taste of each meal， 每一个食物的味道如何，他会在不去直接很明显去做笔记的情况下，去品评里面每一项的这个部分，然后给予一个分数。
Along with other inspectors who also visited the restaurant, they will review its overall quality together and give a rating of 0 to 3 stars. Well, that's a good idea. You don't want just one inspector, no matter how good he is, telling the story of this restaurant. So they have different inspectors going to the same restaurant, probably on different days and at different times, to find out all these qualities that they want to write about in order to praise the restaurant with 3 stars, or, well, it's not great, but it's good, and 2 stars, and I might eat there again, 1 star, no stars, no way.
OK， 所以这边的话，他就告诉你说 ，along with other inspectors。所以老师刚刚特别提到说，不会只有一个视察员去一家餐厅吃了几次，还有不同的视察员去同一家餐厅吃了好几次之后，把他们各自的这些 feedback 把它集中在一起，然后去看 who also visited a restaurant。好，这些视察员其他也都去看过了这个餐厅了。They will review its overall quality together。他们一起面对面的在一个地方说，我们来评断一下，我们这几个人都去了某一家 A 餐厅，大家对于这个菜色怎么样？做一个这个结论 ，and give a rating of 0 to 3 stars。他从0星到3星，最后做一个最后的决断。
Okay, let's continue now with the next paragraph. All right. When the Michelin Guide first began using stars in its restaurant listings in 1926, it was simply to approve of an establishment as a very good restaurant. So this idea has changed or evolved over time from giving a star to any restaurant that inspectors or the brothers themselves seem to like very much, to a much larger system, and I would call it a more accurate system, because it would not depend on just one inspector's point of view. And again, if most restaurants get 1 star, you have no way of knowing which one is better than another.
没错，所以在这里的话，他就提到了我们 Day 1的时候稍微提过的这一段呢，他提到说 ，When the Michelin Guide first began using stars， 就他最开始使用星级制度的时候呢 ，in its restaurant listing in 1926， 1926年的时候开始引进了星级制度。It was simply to approve of. When you say approve of， 就是说这个东西后面接的这个东西呢是好的，是不错的 ，approve of 认可。好 ，an establishment as a very good restaurant， 只是要去认可这个店家说，哎，这个店家品质不错，所以1926年的时候只有1星这样的一个制度，就是好或不好这样子。
The 3-star system that we are familiar with today carries a different meaning for each number of stars. I tried to point that out already, but they do a much better job of it here. Does 1 star mean the same thing for all the restaurants? And what is the principle of 1 star or 2 or 3? Well, the Michelin brothers are very careful about everything they do, so listen up to find out how 1 or 2 or 3 stars are awarded.
没错，所以在这边的话，星级制度到后面也就是5年后，1931年的时候才开始引进嘛。他这边这句话讲说 ，the 3-star system that we are familiar with， 我们熟悉的这种3星制度呢，它其实事实上，好 ，today carries a different meaning for each number of stars。它告诉你这个不同星级之间实际上细微的差别，它给你定义了，要听清楚喽。
Here's an explanation. 1 star represents a very good restaurant in its category. That's an important point, because in its category might mean it's basically a seafood restaurant, or it specializes in Italian food or Chinese food, or the table presentation. It's always clean and neat, and it gives you a feeling of being in an upper-class restaurant.
Yeah， 没错，所以在这个类别里面，如果说它本身是一个蛮杰出的这个 restaurant， 比方说老师刚刚提到，可能海鲜类的，或是意大利餐点的，或是中国式的餐点的，好，它在类别里面表现得非常好的，还会得到1星这样的评价。
Now, 2 stars? Having 2 stars indicates or shows that the restaurant is excellent. It's not just good. It's better than good. It's excellent and worthy of making a detour to visit. Remember, the people who buy these editions, they love to travel by car. You may have done that yourselves in your family. Summer vacation especially, the family goes out and, let's take that road. Where does that go? Or you know where you want to go, but you get hungry on the way and you want to know whether this Japanese restaurant or that one is better.
Yeah， 没错。所以这边的话要讲2星咯。2星的评价是怎么回事呢？ Having 2 stars， 好，有2星的话 ，indicates means to show. It indicates， 你可以用 shows that 都可以哦。The restaurant is excellent， 这家店非常非常棒，2星的餐厅就是很棒。And worthy of making a detour to visit。这边的 detour 就感觉就是那种可以方便你去绕道过去啊。虽然我们是直开，但是旁边有一家店，我们要不要绕过去看一下？不是顺路哦，是说绕过去看一下，叫做 make a detour， 值得你绕道去吃看的这种好店，我们是2星级的这种评价。
A 3-star restaurant is of such great quality, super good, that it is worth a visit just for the dining experience itself. And what this really means is, if you look through the book, this restaurant really sounds great. And although we're not going to this place, we can take a detour, or we'll just go there. The purpose of our road trip is going to be finally to enjoy this 3-star restaurant.
没错，所以现在要讲3星级的。3星级本身它就是可以当做你这个旅行上的一个景点， 专程跑去都值得的。所以你看这句话，他说 A 3-star restaurant is of such great quality， 它的那个品质好到一个程度 that， 好，就用 so 或是用 such， 然后搭配 that， 就是好到一个程度，到什么程度呢？ It is worth a visit just for the dining experience itself。光去吃顿饭，这样的专程跑一趟都很值得的。我们是给予3星级的评价。
Okay, that's it for that paragraph. We still have one more after the break. Okay, let's finish up with our final paragraph today, which will also be the final paragraph for this 2-day programming on the Michelin experience. For chefs, being awarded a Michelin star is like winning an Oscar or an Olympic gold medal. So this is the top class of chefs. Chefs are people who, not just a cook, but you're a chef and you're a specialist, an expert in certain types of food or in certain preparations of food. There are different kinds of chefs, but Michelin will give you 1 or 2 or 3 stars to the chef and to the restaurant if it's really outstanding. There are few other such restaurants in its class. Well, that would be like being an actor and getting the Oscar award. For most people, that is the top height of your career, if you can get that. Or the same for athletes who may win a gold medal in running, maybe 4 years apart, but he was number 1 in 1980 and then number 1 again in 1984. These are the highest honors in their specialties for chefs. The Michelin stars, that's how you decide whether something is just good or just excellent.
没有错。所以在这里的话，它这个的评价，这样的3星级的平等，对于很多的这种厨师来说是最高的荣誉了。我们看这句话说 ，for chefs， 好，老师刚刚提到说，如果说今天你讲说一个人是一个 cook 厨师，但是 chef 的话是感觉像是这种很有地位，是专业人士。老师刚刚用到的是 expert or specialist， 好，这些都讲是专家的意思。所以 for chefs 对于这些厨师来讲呢， being awarded a Michelin star， 好，一旦呢被授予米其林星星的话呢，就像什么 ？It's like winning an Oscar。好，如果说今天你是演员，你得到这个奥斯卡奖的话，那也算是他在这个业界里面最高的荣誉。或者呢 ，an Olympic gold medal。哦，如果说今天你是这个运动员，好，你在奥运里面得到了金牌，就是那样的意义，那样的感受。所以厨师会非常非常重视这个米其林星星。
It stands for the highest level of success in the culinary arts. Stand for is to represent, or its meaning is something. It's, what's that? Oh, it's a Michelin star that someone gave me. It's something spectacular, and just knowing that a restaurant has even 1 star, you know you won't be disappointed when you go out to eat at that kind of restaurant. If you get the 3 stars, wow, that's the highest level. Culinary is an adjective referring to cooking. But cooking is what I do when I get hungry at home. I'm the only one who would dare to eat it. So we don't use cooking when we talk about Michelin. We use the adjective culinary.
Culinary 的意思呢，就是指厨艺，好，或者是在这种厨艺的这种艺术，然后把这个艺术的概念加起来 ，cooking 听起来感觉就很像是一般我会做饭做菜，听起来就很 low。所以老师刚刚提到说 cook 跟 chef 的差别，那在这个地方也是一样。其实你看到的 culinary 其实就是 cooking 的意思，但是它是比 cooking 更高档的一个字词用法。所以整句话他说 ，It stands for the highest level of success。它代表了 stands for 代表了 the highest level of success 最高的这种荣誉跟成功 in the culinary arts 好在厨艺的烹饪的这个艺术界里面的最高荣誉。
The next time you're on the road, check if there's a Michelin-starred restaurant in your area. Well, you might not even have to be on the road. Michelin will judge restaurants wherever they are. So there may be one or more Michelin-starred restaurants right in your own city that you don't even know about. And the way to find out about fine dining here in Taiwan or any foreign country that you might visit is take the guidebook along with you, and don't be embarrassed. It will show other people that you value the culinary arts of good food preparation and taste.
没错，老师没有讲的没有错，因为事实上在台湾我们有很多的那个美食也被选进了必比登，好像一共有139家，到2023年去年的时候，139家的这个入选了必比登评价美食。所以在这边他这边讲到说，如果呢 the next time you are on the road， 如果你在旅行的时候呢 ，check if there's a Michelin-starred restaurant in your area， 不妨可以看一下附近所在的地区呢有没有任何米其林餐厅。所以如果你在台湾，你甚至不用去旅行，搞不好你家附近就有米其林餐厅，也说不定哦。
All right, we finish up with this idea. The difference it offers compared to a regular dining establishment will be an experience you won't soon forget. And that's what we all hope to do, whether it's on vacation or doing something or seeing something near where you already live. It's nice to know what the exceptional, what the very, very special places are. In the case of Michelin, that will guide you to restaurants. If you pick up the newspapers or magazines that feature movies, they can present to you the very finest movies that are out now. It's similar to that. And after you've eaten at a Michelin-starred restaurant, you may think, well, the next time I go out will be right back here because nothing else compares with it.
没错，所以这边的话呢，你看最后一句话说 the difference it offers compared to a regular dining establishment。好，相较于一般的那种 dining establishment， 就一般店家这种餐厅呢，这期间的差异呢 the difference it offers 好 will be an experience you won't soon forget。好，你短期之内很难以忘怀的一个经验，所以你去过米其林餐厅之后，你想说下次我还要来，那种感觉是会持续存在的。
Okay, that's it for our 2-day lesson on a somewhat unusual book. We don't usually think of what restaurant is better than another one and how would you know and so on. But these Michelin guidebooks have been popular now for 100 years and they're doing a great job. You might pick up a new copy in a bookstore, especially if you're going to be traveling overseas. Whatever. We hope you've enjoyed the program and learned something from it, and we'll be back with you again later this month. Until then, bye-bye.